You know, it was a mistake that happened on my side, and it just won't happen again. I feel bad for just my teammates and the fans out there. I'm doing it for them. I'm doing it for my family also. But the fans, they show the most love. You heard them out there today. Just not being able to start the game, even finish the game, is just fucked me up. But we're gonna get it better. It won't happen again.
Yeah, can we?
I can make that promise.
Just give him a little bit of room.
There's some footage later that showed that Dak may have done something first. Do you feel like he precipitated it?
No, I don't try to do nothing out of the ordinary. Anything that I feel like I have done something back is provoked. But if it's something out there, y'all see it, we'll go off that.
Yes. How amped were you to play this game?
So,
How amped were you to play this game?
super amped. Just to get back. We don't play preseason, so we don't get no warm-ups to hit other opponents. And I was so ready, but things went how I went. We just go focus on next week and getting better at what we are watching film and getting better.
Jalen, when it happened, did you realize that you were going to get tossed from the game?
I heard the refs talking, and then I heard them say this is a tossable offense or something like that, and that's when I knew.
Did you have a conversation with Nick, and if so, what kind of message did he relay to you?
I didn't have a conversation yet. I know we're going to have that conversation. They had to focus on the game still. I don't want to distract them from the game. I came in, I talked to the D-line, told them what I was seeing while I was watching the game inside. That's all.
What was it like watching the rest of the game?
It was intense for me. I wanted to be out there with the guys so bad and just to support and help, even just standing on the sideline. But things went how it went. We just got to move on. I've made a promise to them boys; it won't happen again.
We'll do a couple more.
Are you worried you might be suspended?
So,
Are you worried you might be suspended?
if I get that text or that call and by that conversation, then we'll handle it as then.
Jalen, when it happened, were you like in a fit of rage, or what was your?
No, I was calm. I walked off the field calmly. I was not mad. That's pretty much. I couldn't really do nothing else. The rough decision is the rough decision on the situation.
You said you weren't provoked. Did Dak say anything, or was there anything that just made you walk over?
I don't know. When things started to come out and you started seeing things, then we can go off that. But I don't got nothing to say about it. I'm just trying to make sure the team's straight.
All right.
That's all right.
Thanks.
Vantage point perspective on what happened with Jalen.
Football is a flexible game, and you don't ever know what's going to happen. And Jalen, whatever happened with Jalen, we had to bounce back, win the game. Jalen is a leader in our room, and we ultimately missed him out there and want him back next week.
Did you see the incident happen from where you were?
No, I didn't see the incident happen. You know what I mean? But they weren't going for any of that, right? So they set that standard, and that from there you could see the way they called the game, all those flags.
What's the mindset when you lose a player who plays so much of the snap?
Yeah.
And you have to fill in.
Yeah. The mindset is dominant, right? I think the D-line, we try to lead the defense, and they got us in a couple runs today, but at the end of the day we got the win, and I think we didn't give them a point in the second half, right? That's amazing. So it was good.
What was it like during the hour delay? What was the game here and just going through something like that?
It was good. We were calm, collected. We have leaders from top to bottom, right? Sirianni, he's like talking about the 22 season when they did that before, and right, when you have an organization like this, there's a lot of people that are the best at what they do in life, right? And that goes for the weight room staff, that goes for the coaching staff, and they did a perfect job having us ready as a defense to go out there and shut them out.
What's it like to have had something so quickly in the game, right after the opening kickoff?
Yeah.
Even before the first play from scrimmage, something you don't expect like that.
I don't know. I didn't even know he was kicked out. I thought like you got a personal foul and he was coming back in. But like I said, football is a flexible game. You have random things like that happen, and you've got to react and play off of it.
Did you see him in here during the break? Or?
Well, I should be talking to Jalen. I'm just kidding. Yeah, so I'm in here. And Jalen is a part of us, right? So we're never going to push our brother down. We're never going to put him down. He did something, and he'll learn from his mistakes, and we move on.
Did he address the situation?
I don't know. We're trying to win a football game. So we'll worry about that after.
The only delay I've been a part of was a really long one against Texas Tech, maybe my junior year. So ranked number 1 in the nation, and we ended up losing, so it wasn't good for us. But it was a different type of game. Really how the game started. I'd never seen a game start like that. The delay, but we'll take a win, and it wasn't pretty. And but I think the first really 4 or 5 weeks of the season are very pivotal, and see what guys are going to do to try to stop you, and try to counterattack what they're doing. So building good plans.
You spoke about Tyler all summer, but your first game next to him, how did that feel?
Felt good, man. He's a beast. He's strong, athletic, quick. Got the feet of left tackle. So the more we play together, the better we're going to become in sequence. So, but man, he's really, you couldn't ask for anything better.
You guys start off scoring on your first 4 possessions, despite maybe
Yeah.
mistakes on both sides of the ball. But
Yeah.
you take something good out of that.
Yeah, man. There was some stuff we did good. I just wish, how they're filling the box. We weren't effective as we wanted to be in the run game. So, I think moving forward we'll have to adjust. Teams are going to, until we find the ways to combat it. That's what they're going to bring.
Early weeks are usually pretty ugly, right? You're still working out the kinks.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, really the first, 4 weeks of the season, 5 weeks, you're trying to find your identity. Overcome the obstacles early, but yeah, man, these wins early in the season play dividends. You've been around here lots of years where we're playing catch up. Look at the 2018 season. So, but yeah, man, we'll take it.
You've been through quite a few Eagles Cowboys games now over the years. Where does this rank?
Look, man, it's one of the more memorable ones for me. So I'd say this is definitely top 3. I still think, the one. Was it Sam? I know it was an awkward year for us. Sam threw that touchdown to Jordan. Mm-hmm. Y'all remember what that was like. So, yeah.
What made this one so chippy?
Hey, man, it's, Dallas documentary actually was pretty good. I watched on Netflix. So, so it was entertaining. But no, those guys play tough. They've always have. And, all the years that I've been here, it's usually been back and forth. Usually like a 1-on-1. It's hardly ever, 2-0. But yeah, man, it was an ugly win. I'll remember this game for a long time, but we'll take it.
It was very special. Just to come out here and represent Philadelphia Eagles organization, and just my family. I appreciate them for coming out and supporting me, and this brotherhood and this amazing staff that we have here. I'm blessed and I'm honored, to be in this position that I'm in today. And, just for everybody that was on the field was just trusting me and, welcoming me to, just be myself out there on the field.
You got credited with the forced fumble. It's hard to see the replay. Did you get the hand in there?
I don't even know what happened on the play. It just happened. And then once I got up, I seen the ball, and then Q had it, and they got tripped up. So, yeah.
Jihaad, that play down the field in coverage, like 30 yards down the field. Can you take us through that a little bit?
It was just a play call that was executed, by our front, of course, and then, by our backers and then our safeties. Everybody just executing the job well. Once they motioned from 2x2 to 3x1, I had them vertical, and, I took them, and, as Coach Vic said, just, don't panic out, when you're in coverage and you're swatting at the ball, just, stay calm, and that's what I did.
First game against Cowboys, the rivalry to start your career. Was the rivalry everything you expected? It was pretty chippy out there tonight.
Yeah, as you can say so, for sure. When a player get ejected, before the game even started, that's pretty crazy. But that's a conversation for another time. Other than that, I would say it was a very hostile environment. Everybody just trying to be chirpy and stuff like that. But on our end, it was more so, us just being pros and playing Roy football to our standard.
Did you see what happened with Chandler?
Say it again?
Did you see what happened with Chandler?
Yeah, that's it. It's over with. It's the past. We're just going to grow from it, get better, and, next play mentality.
What was it like on the field, the reaction when he's got to leave and he's not there? He's there one moment.
Hey, say it again?
When he's not there, he's there one moment, and he gets ejected. How did you guys
just like everybody else, just like every other team, right? It's a professional league, and that means next man up mentality, you know what I'm saying? And, our defensive lineman that was, rotating and stuff like that, they came in and they was playing their butt off. So
When you see Zach not give up on the big run by Miles, and then the fumble came just after that, what does that mean?
I mean, he does it in practice, run to the ball. Even if the whistles blow, you know what I'm saying, and the running back and Saquon, he's running all the way down the field, Zach is still chasing him down just to, get that conditioning and just to get that muscle memory in his brain. And that's something that, I admire of what he does in his game. So.
Did you expect him to catch the running back on the play?
Hell yeah, definitely. I mean, he does it in practice, like I said, and, I ain't expecting nothing less, in the game. So.
Was the speed, you've seen it practice, joint practices, preseason, was this even a little faster? Or
I mean, just going up against, a rivalry team like this, it's definitely, a little fast. But once I started to, just calm down, just relax and beat me and play ball, the second half, that's when I felt more comfortable and, just to execute better.
How did you feel coming out of the delay?
I felt good. I felt energized. Moments like that, it's like a sleeper. You know what I'm saying? It's like a sleeper. But for us, we was locked in. Making sure that we had it in our minds like that we still got a game to play. So.
You and Zach didn't have a ton of time together in camp because of his injury.
Yeah.
What allowed you guys to get on the same page so quickly?
I think it's just the mindset, right, of the linebackers in our room in general, and the standard that we play with, right, for our whole team all around the board, So once we got on the field, we understood the communication factor. We understood, where to line up and, just how to play together.
Jihaad, that pass breakup, the scene, we talked about it earlier.
Yeah.
Is that a situation that you're comfortable in, with back out going after a tight end like that?
Definitely, for sure. I appreciate, the play caller that called the play and allowed me to to do what I'm capable to do on that type of play.
Now, that really saved the game. It turned out to save the game.
The play was just hustle, like it was just running to the ball, like we do in practice all the time, and that's kind of the name of my game is hustle. I've done it in my past, and I do a lot of conditioning. So when I'm in that position, whether it's the 16th player of the drive, the 5th player of the drive, I'm able to do stuff like that.
Did you think you'd get him? Like, you know what I mean? Like, did you feel like it had an angle? Did you feel like?
I mean, I was behind. I just had to run. You know, like you don't know. I don't know how fast he is, but I think I should have took one punch at the ball instead of two, and then got him down a little bit sooner. But it worked out. BY got the punch out, and it was a big drive, big stop.
You mentioned the punch out. Like, what's the teaching point there? Is it to try to punch it out, or is it to try to tackle?
I mean, in that situation, I had caught up to him. I think I should have just gone with my left hand in that situation. I went with my right. I knew I could secure the tackle, but just throw it in there and see what happens.
Seeing Jihaad make some plays, is it a proud moment for you?
Yeah, super proud. I told him before the game if he made some plays, he can wear white laces in his cleats. So he gets them.
Him in coverage, there was that one play pretty deep down the field, like 30 yards down the field. Have you guys seen that range in practice for him?
Yeah, the dude is a freak athlete. He can cover some ground in the run game and coverage. No surprise to me.
What does it say about the belief this team has in him and the two rookies starting on a Super Bowl caliber roster?
Yeah, it's big time. Super proud of those guys. I came up to them each before the game and said how proud I am of them just for going through what they're going through. And it's a big deal every time you start in an NFL game. And as rookies, that's super special.
The Cowboys scored on their first 4 drives and then didn't score again. What changed?
We just tightened up. And our offense was scoring points, so it kept us in the game. So shout out to them.
What's your reaction to Jalen Carter and what took place there?
I don't really have a reaction to that. No.
Does somebody need to talk to him, do you think, to kind of get him to calm down a little bit?
I feel like he knows what he needs to do.
Zach, from a defensive standpoint, from a defensive viewpoint, the offense and all the motion that we saw tonight, what do you think that did for you?
Our offense?
Yeah.
Our offense?
Because you guys practiced against it all summer.
I mean, motion is to mess with your eyes, get you out of position, bump gaps, and get a different look. It's really important.
Could you tell this summer practicing against them that there was going to be a lot more of that this year?
Yeah. I mean, there was a lot of motion last year too, so I think it's good. I think it's good for our offense.
Your pass breakup, cheap shot down the field to the tight end.
Yeah.
What we do that play?
Yeah, it was something I really worked on in the off season. I had a couple of those opportunities. For a linebacker, it's few and far between that we're carrying receivers, tight ends, and running backs down the field like that. And last year, I felt like that was a part of my game that I needed to get better at. I did that, and I'm cool at showcase in the game.
Are you watching like his hands go up or his head tilt? Like how do you know when the ball's there?
I got to be in position to make the play first, and then watch his eyes. And when his hands go up, play through his hands.
Zack, Moro and Jalen, I'm sure played a lot of snaps tonight. What's it say about them taking on such a heavy workload?
Yeah, Jordan's been working his ass off to get to where he's at. He should be very proud of himself, and I hope he knows that the work he put in wasn't for nothing. And I thought he did a really good job. And then Moro, stepping in and stepping up, he did a good job as well.
You talked about your pass breakup. How about Jihaad pass breakup?
I was schematically that was a tough play with our call, then motioning, switch release, just incredible by him.
What was the lightning delay like in here? What were you guys doing?
Yeah, we had some downtime, and then luckily we had been in that situation for the long Super Bowl halftime, so the coaches, the strength staff really knew what to do, keep us hydrated, get some food in us. We went through a pretty intensive warm-up to get back out there.
Did you guys have a